There's a lot of exciting stuff for all Star Wars fans out there. By the way, if you're a big Star Wars fan like me right here, do me a favor, like and follow if you love Star Wars. And I'm going to be talking about some exciting things that's happening right now. We all know that Revenge of the Sith is coming in theaters in a week, in a week and stuff, celebrating its 20th anniversary. I already got my ticket and my a ticket for me and my friend that we're gonna go see it on next Saturday. So I'm so excited and stuff, and how they brought in the two characters, how Anakin fall into the dark side and stuff, and now seeing this really cool, awesome prequel movie to the big screen. Even though there was Star Wars Celebration happening on April 18th through April 20th this year in Japan. To me, I've always wanted to go to cool Star Wars celebrations in a couple of years because I'm a big Star Wars fan, but I just have to build in the work. But it looks fun to go to look at some upcoming news for Star Wars fans and everything. And we're celebrating Lucasfilm Animations for 20 years for creating these really cool animations from George Lucas and Dave Filoni that brought us Star Wars: The Clone Wars. We got Rebels, Resistance, and Bad Batch, and the Tales series of the Star Wars animations and stuff. And one of my favorite animations was always going to be Star Wars: Clone Wars. I grew up watching the movie. The series were my favorite. I remember watching it when I was probably like 8 or 9 and stuff. And then I just fell in love with the Clone Wars series, like Anakin, Obi-Wan, even the character Ahsoka Tano, and how that character was brought to life in the series. And that's the reason I love this character in the show. And Rebels was also one of my favorites. They brought in Grand Admiral Thrawn, that was from the Thrawn trilogy books and stuff. That was pretty cool. And for that, we're also gonna get also a Maul series called Maul Shadow Lord. Is taking place after the Clone Wars and before Rebels, and starts with Sam Ritty, who also played Star Killer in the Force Unleashed games, and he also voices Darth Maul in the Clone Wars series, and I think he does a really awesome, great voice. I think the story in this thing looks pretty awesome to look at, and looks pretty interesting. And we all knew that Ryan Gosling is going to be joining the Star Wars universe. He's going to be in this really cool new Star Wars film called Starfighters. We don't know which character he's playing or anything and stuff. And I think it's pretty cool to have Ryan Gosling in a Star Wars film sometimes. And this is going to be directed by Sean Levi, the guy who directed Free Guy and Deadpool and Wolverine right here. And lastly, for my favorite that I'm excited for myself is the Mandalorian Grogu movie. And here's a little something I might love about this movie that I absolutely love. Sigourney Weaver joining the movie itself, and she's dressed as a rebel pilot in this movie. It still gives me that same Ellen Ripley vibe from the first two Alien movies, where she was like a flight officer, sir, in the Nostromo, and then joined the Marines in Aliens and stuff. How she was like an awesome character and stuff. I think she also met Grogu for the first time. I think if they ever do like a same little vibe, like Ellen Ripley vibe, where she was like a mother, like just like a little new vibe or something like that, stuff, do it. I like to see that. And coolest thing we why we don't see there's been other cool cast members who were in the movie Aliens into the Star Wars universe. We had Michael Bean, who played Lang in season 2 of The Mandalorian, right here. And we had Mark Rolston, who was in the opening scene from the Ahsoka series, the beginning of the show. He is Drake from Aliens and stuff. But yeah, what are you guys' thoughts and stuff? Which one are you excited for? Are you guys excited for like Mandalorian Grogu, Ryan Gosling in Star Wars Starfighters or something like that? Please leave your answer in the comment section down below and stuff. And do me a favor, hit the follow if you guys love Star Wars or other cool movies and fandoms and stuff. 'Cause I like to hear you guys. I love to have talk with. I love to talk with people who love these interesting fandoms and stuff with me.